Hello, sorry, we're yeah, but I wasn't supposed to switch scenes right away, so ignore me talking while muted really quick. Hello, chat. Hold on, one moment, please. Oh my gosh, I'm here now. Oh my gosh, sorry for scuff, but hello. I'm gonna mute my special guest Joy in a second, but wanted to say hello to everyone. Let's see. I will say hello to everyone I see in chat. Yes, hello Potato. I've already given him the pin of shame. And hello, oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce Hitsmoto? Or hi, it's Mo. Oh, hi, it's Moto. I'm sorry. Joy is muted, but Joy corrected me. Let's see. Let me replay this thing. Thank you for the follow. Actually, let me. Actually, I can't make the thing throw at me because the hotkeys for the presentation are kind of the same, and I forgot to change it. But yeah, thank you for the follow, and hello, Butter and Ray, and I also saw Minha. Oh my god, Izumi! Oh my god! Oh, ow. Hello, Izumi. Thank you for the bits. Okay, and then I'm going to introduce my special guest, Joy. I'm muting Joy right now.
Hello.
Let me know how the sound is.
Yes, let us know if my voice is breaking your eardrums this time, or we're good.
See, testing, la la la.
Testing, la di da. Hello, everyone. I am standing on Senko's head again. No one's commenting. It seems okay. It seems okay. Am I unmuted?
It's either okay or the delay is happening.
That's true. Let's give everyone just a little more time.
Okay. Okay, let me just lower this really quick. And I will also. Oh god, who?
Tenlead, hello.
Okay, hold on. Let me lower this just a tiny bit. Talking to okay. I like
HP bars?
Oh, it's because there's like duels and stuff.
Oh no. No. Oh my god, that little oh my gosh. Wait, that's so cute.
Okay. How's the audio right now?
Yes. How's the volume? Get good.
Oh my goodness!
all
the violence.
Oh, it good now. I think it good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. And then even the background music. if anyone can hear the background music. But I guess the background music isn't a huge focus, but I just need... Oh no, nobody can hear the background music.
Oh, it's very quiet.
It's okay. This is fine. Just casual scuff. Any music now? And hello HP positive. Oh my gosh, I'm like falling behind on chat.
Oh, there's so many people today.
But thank you. This is a late thank you to Tenlade for following. Okay. As long as you can hear it. Yeah, because I want it to be somewhat audible, but not overpower us both, obviously. Okay. I think we have all the audio stuff out of the way. Thank you very much to everyone in chat that is helping us out. Audio is bleh. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But welcome to the second collab stream with me and... Oh my god!
Welcome to chat.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Seal.
Wahoo! Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So
this is your introduction.
Thank you for the gentle smack, everyone. I know this is gonna like prompt people to like abuse the option, but you can throw things at me using channel points, and it's relatively low.
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hello, frequency data. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining the Snakesiety. What?
Yes, let's all give Senko all the follows. All the subs.
You know
Let's
what? We should shout out. Oh my god. By the way, you should follow marchenjoy. Well, we're gonna give them a proper introduction in a second, but oh my gosh, no! Stop lying in my chat. When are we gonna start? Oh,
Bits and subs are free here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for the shout out.
Sorry if I missed chat. It's like going slightly faster than usual, and I'm also distracted every time someone throws things at me. But yes, I am here with Joy, and we are here to present. I can't do the drum roll because it's gonna be too loud, but I have
a manual one.
Curtains and confetti.
Oh,
2.5D 101. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh.
Hello.
Your students are already misbehaving.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if that's like super loud.
That was loud for me.
I'm not jump scared at everybody. Thank you for the sound effect. I'm glad that those work. Because sometimes
cool.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, literally the throwing and the sound alerts are like jump scares for me. Yes, we're on our first slide. How many minutes has it been?
10 minutes since I got here.
But yes, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Butter. The sound effect really added to it, truly. So this is our 2.5D 101 chatting stream.
Yahoo! Thank you guys for joining us today. I see a lot of familiar names too from my stream, so thank you guys. Exciting. Look at my little pointy stick that doesn't point at anything, but it's okay.
Yeah, look at Joe's little reactive. They did it themselves, and it's so cute.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it talk. I am pointing at Senko's one eye.
It seems really funny, like, seeing this first slide on stream, because it's like we're doubled.
I know, there's so many of us.
Yes, my big brain.
Senko's big brain. And my big head, I mean brain.
Yes, very, very big brain, both of us. See, I will move on to the next slide. Okay. Yeah, and then for anyone that has not seen Joy's stuff before, here is... Wait, I'm gonna shout out Joy again.
Okay, thank you. I do art and journal streams here on the Twitch. Whoa, I'm flying again. I covered the wizard. I am the wizard now. But yes, I am also a fellow 2.5D enthusiast, so we will have a very long stream today. Maybe, I don't know. 2.5D nerd stream today.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh god!
Shout out! Oh.
It's because I was trying to fix some settings, but that was like the shortcut for throwing things. Oh, this is fine. But yes, please give Joy a follow if you haven't already. I love their journals and art so much. They are truly an inspiration, and I mean it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before, like, I do like decorating my planner journal thing, and that is like in huge part to like seeing all the cool stuff Joy does with their journals.
Thank you. I am honored if I can spread the excitement for decorating stuff.
Let's see. Now we can move on to the next slide. I don't know how long we're gonna spend on each slide.
It's okay, we're winging it. This one doesn't need to be long. Next one can be long.
we worked.
The next? Oh, I know what the next.
We worked very hard on this PowerPoint, and we partially planned, but also didn't plan what to say. So it's fine. We're going. We're just going. We're vibing. We're doing our best. And this is the obligatory disclaimer. Because I feel like with putting 2.5D 101, that makes us sound like super expert teachers.
Yeah.
We're not official. We just really love 2.5D. And...
Wait, we put 2.D.
Oh, wait. Whoops. Let's see. Just ignore. Hold on.
I shouldn't have pointed it out, my bad.
Hold on, I'm gonna... Wait.
Hot fix. Let me fix it. Wait, go back to my screen. My screen. Okay, it's fixed. Oh, okay, that works too.
It's okay. Two productions. Two whole productions.
Oh no, what is that state? It's just obscured ever so slightly.
But yes, we're just here to chat and have fun. And hopefully spread the word of 2.5D.
So, what is
oh my
2.5D? Whoa. What's going on?
Who did the bomb explosion stuff?
Oh, there's everybody going. Yeah, this is 2.5D, guys.
Explosions. But yes, basically 2.5D can be described as like 2D media such as anime, manga, games, etc. Combined with 3D, like real people, IRL, shocker, and then they get on stage. And then it's like anime on stage. That's 2.5D.
Couldn't have said it better. 2D on stage played by 3D people, and so it's often very commonly called in Japan 2.5D. They even have like a whole like 2.5D website. So this stage stuff often includes like performances live on stage. So not so much a concert, but that's in our next slide, I think.
Oh, yes. I will move on to the next slide. By the way, Urasutoya is so based for having all of these like photos on there. Okay. We move on to the next slide. Yeah, here are some general examples of 2.5D. I literally had to Google some because I feel like my tastes are very different from stuff that shows up on mainstream 2.5D, which is fine because I do appreciate these productions, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna go get a link to something, and do you want to explain just briefly?
Okay, yeah. So here are some examples of like I think one of the bigger, maybe more familiar 2.5Ds that people might have seen. There's the Naruto. Is it stage play?
Oh yeah.
Are these all stage? These are all stage plays, right?
Yes.
Not musicals. So I think often with 2.5D, they're usually either called a stage play, so something on stage, for example, like Naruto on Yoapera on stage, or they have a musical. And oftentimes there are some stage plays that have singing in it anyway, so it's like an in-between. So these are all live on stage. There's a Naruto one, what does PNGtuber stand for again?
Oh,
Boku no Hero Academia?
Yes.
Yes, that. And then Sailor Moon. And then 2.5D is not a movie because it's live on stage. It's not like a pre-recorded one that's screened at the theaters, and it's not necessarily a concert either, but it can be something similar because there are, for example, with ensemble stars on stage, it's not marketed as a musical, it's not marketed as a concert. However, they do, because the characters themselves and the base game it's based off of, they are idols, they do have some like singing performances within the stage play itself. So it's like this combination sort of thing. And yes, they are live. They are live.
Yes, and then the link that I was getting is there is a Twitter for, let's see, this account called Japan 2.5D Stage Play World, and it's actually they've been doing live viewings for like English subtitled stage productions. So sharing this is like part of a different slide technically, but it's fine. I will share this just because it's an English source and also official and a way to watch some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to like,
what is that banner?
The kind of rainbow one?
Their Twitter. Yeah.
I guess it's like just the colors of the different stages and musicals.
I see now. Once I scroll down, I understand.
But yeah, there's a link to some of these. Actually, I need to see some of these because I do. Even if I don't keep up with some of these series, I still like watching stage productions for anime or manga that I don't watch or read. But yeah, here's some 2.5D, and now, what is so special about 2.5D? Why do we love it?
I love this slide.
And this is gonna be one of our long slides.
Yeah. Let's go.
Do you want to go first, Joy?
Sure. Can I talk about like the behind the scenes stuff now? Should we do it here?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's to me, I guess. Yeah. So what is so special about 2.5D? Why do we love it? One of the things that I really like about 2.5D productions is the whole bridging from the 2D source, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
combination with very talented, multi-talented actors, actresses, whatnot, all put together into this like grandiose stage play. And oftentimes they can be very over the top and they're super entertaining to watch. But I also really enjoy watching the behind the scenes and thinking about how they even put these things together. We'll touch on some of our favorite series in couple slides later, but one of the ones that I really like is the musical, Prince of Tennis musical, or Tennimu for short. And just the way it's so ridiculous because you have people running around with tennis rackets, singing and dancing. And Tenny Pre in itself, the original like manga and anime and everything, they're already so ridiculous. So having that on stage with like 3D real people actors swinging around a racket and doing like flips and dancing, it's hilarious for one thing, but the songs are so catchy and the stage production is just so high quality. And the way they use different light effects and like stage effects to represent like the like in chat, the light tennis balls, they don't actually hit around tennis balls while they're live. There's like a spotlight that goes back and forth, but it's so convincing and it's just so fun to watch. And seeing all those things put together to make this sort of production is always very fascinating to me. All the different like facets to how they do this, how do they adapt this, how do they make this silly song about do your best, and they all sing this like 20 times, do your best, do your best, do your best. And then this gets stuck in your head. But it's very uplifting.
Yes. When you were talking about the playing tennis but not playing tennis at the same time, it reminds me of the Yoapeda stage, where they're supposed to be, because for anyone that doesn't know, it's a sports anime about cycling. But then in the stage play, they're holding like bike handles, but there's nothing else attached to it. But they're like jogging in place, or I guess jogging around the stage.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah,
just grip the handlebars and they're just like la-di-da cycling motions, jogging around. So good.
like I know that sharing any kind of stage clips is like big no-no, and I'm not gonna do that, obviously. But I so desperately wish that like we could have shown some stuff. Though I guess maybe later, if while Joe's talking, I can go look at an official clip on YouTube and then just link
maybe
it
we
in
can link
chat.
stuff. Yeah.
Because at least that's not complete no-no. Yeah, promotional videos.
Yeah, I was thinking the same too. I can find a hilarious 1080 one for you guys later too. Oh god.
But yeah, there's so many things I love about 2.5D. I could literally go all day.
Go off.
I'm literally I'm that lady with the binoculars who's crying with the pen light.
Speaking of binoculars, so some of these stages, I've been lucky to watch a few stages of musicals in person before the whole Panini happened. Seeing binoculars was something very new to me because I had never been to a stage play live before. I've only maybe watched like a DVD recording version before. And so being there in person, it's a completely different atmosphere because like some of the actors will run by you sometimes down the aisles. They'll move around the actual venue. And then you see, because some of these venues are so large, people actually bring their binoculars to watch. And like, I've never been to like a very large concert either. I most have been to like a symphony, but people don't usually bring out binoculars at an orchestra symphony performance. So I saw so many people with their like binoculars just focused on one actor. And at my very first stage play, the person who sat in front of me, they took out their binoculars, but the way they were so like, they're kind of like large, I guess. So every time that one character came out on stage, they would whip it out and would block my view.
Oh no!
Obscure my vision. And I'm like, oh no, and I'm like leaning into the aisle. Thankfully I had an aisle seat, but I feel like leaning away. I'm just like, oh no, her fave is back out on the stage. I need to and dodged.
Mm.
It's definitely a different culture experience.
I've been to some American musicals. Like I've been to
Ooh.
Phantom of the Opera and oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. It's been a hot minute because obviously this was before the panoramic. And also I've seen Wicked and Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I did. I feel like I did see at least like when they're up in the high seats. I don't remember what they're called. I feel like there was a name for them, but I would see people.
Balcony?
Yes, balcony. I love English.
Me too.
Yeah, when people had balcony seats, I think I would see people with like super fancy binoculars, like with the necklace and stuff.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
But then when I saw those, I was like, those are for fancy people. But then it was so common seeing it in the 2.5D like theaters. And then I think I ended up getting binoculars, but then they were binoculars from like not Daiso, but some other like 100 yen shop. So it wasn't the best quality. But it kind of worked.
Whatever works as long as you can see them a little better.
But yeah, I really like the in-person experience, and then also seeing it either online live viewing or from DVDs that I end up buying. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but my wallet has hurt a lot from collecting bromides. Like, see that dude in the in the slideshow with the book out with the hearts? That's basically me with the actor Aramaki Yoshihiko. He is oh, it's so embarrassing to talk about it, but he is my 2.5D stage Oshi. Let's see. I remember wanting on stage play bromides before. Oh my gosh, I have on stage bromides, but only the ones of Maki, Aramaki Yoshihiko, because he was in it.
It was Ritsu, right? Ritsu?
Yes.
He was very good as Ritsu.
Yeah, I remember I did see a little bit of it. I think I've seen the first on stage. And also, wait, are you okay?
Sorry, I was trying to find out. No, I found a link for Tennimu
Oh.
that I will share after. But I'm trying to find an on-stage one. But then I proceeded to play the video, and it was very loud. just some tennis boys yelling in my ear.
It's fine.
Threatening song.
It's also what we love about 2.5D. Just a bunch of dudes yelling on stage.
It's very cool because in some of the ones that I've watched, they're all quite different because one is, I guess they've been established at different points, right? Like Tennimu, for example, they've been running for years upon years, right? And then on stage is pretty new in comparison. And then the other one I was watching is Maho Stage, Mahoste, and then they have backup dancers, which is also very new to me because some of the other ones are just very tiny cast. Basically, all the actors are just the characters and like the necessary needed ones for the story, and that's it. To see like backup dancers like twirling around, throwing like extra on the side, I'm like, I want to be one of those. It's very cool to see the different sorts of like productions.
Ooh, I just found a video.
I found the video of them celebrating Maki's birthday.
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and like link anything in the chat. Wait, I have to No, I made you a VIP. You should be able to do it. Yes? No? Test
Here
it?
is Senko's fave dude in the short hair. His character birthday. Sorry, I don't know why I had to read that out as I was typing. You can see some grown actors in ridiculous outfits that don't really work in real life, but they make it work.
Oh, just here is Senko's fave dude. I don't want to open the link because right now I have desktop audio. Yeah. Like, I can probably catch it in time, but I don't trust myself.
You can mute the tab first, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I muted the tab, and I still jump scared myself in a different tab.
Oh no. But yeah, feel free to take a moment to watch that clip because I am also going to skim through the clip, but like muted.
Just clicking, right? I found another one. I guess when we talk about our faves, I will show the other one too. But yeah, it's so cool to see the different sorts of the costumes, I guess, that they make too. It can be really nice. Sometimes the costumes, I guess there's also budget that is very important. If you look back to the ancient archives of the Tennimu, those sure have a look to them. I don't think those aged very well, but they're like hilarious in their own way. Sometimes they didn't even use wigs back then, so like their hair is very flat or like greasy by the end of the stage. It's hilarious, but it's like it's of its time. But they really did set like the precedents for the future future stages.
Well, I mean, they did stream. See, it still works. Oh my gosh, the subtitles on this are really funny.
I didn't even read the subtitles.
But yes, I will. I need to like watch this later again.
It's really cute. It's really funny. Yeah. I think those things too are really fun if you happen to catch them live, because sometimes they don't keep all these sort of like all the ad libs and the fun moments like this in the recordings or the DVD or BDs, but sometimes they also do have the extras. I think sometimes, I know on stage they have a whole section of just the ad libs. It's like a whole like file in its own that you can watch, which I think I personally really enjoy because obviously it's very costly to go to every single showing to see all the ad libs, because sometimes they're really funny though, so I appreciate that. Include the behind the scenes a bit too.
Yeah, I do remember for at least one of the Token Rambu stage plays, there was an ad-lib scene, and then they did have a little extra thing showing every showing with the different ad-libs.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. I like when they add those things. I think I always like all the extra stuff. Like the stage itself is wonderful, the final performances. But everything, I guess, like watching all their hard work behind the scenes, the practicing, that's also very fun for me to watch because I like to see how things all come together. In the same way, like watching people share like works in progress for art or projects or anything. It's like, ooh, cool, exciting. How will this turn from this to that? The before and after is always so cool.
Yeah, I'm
that's
trying
me,
to...
that guy I'm pointing to that's crying is just me thinking about the behind the scenes and all their hard work.
Trying to think if there's anything else to cover on this slide. Do we need to like explain all the photos?
I mean,
kind of covered.
I don't think so, but does anyone want us to explain anything? Any particular reason why did we choose these photos? Senko works so hard on these. I love the photos, the Irastoya art so much. They're very specific ones from the website.
I love Irastoya so much. And I don't even remember some of the stuff that I searched for these, but just the specifics, like those two people trading badges. Because that made me think, well, I guess that can go with a lot of other Japanese anime and general Japanese anime fandom culture, but I just have memories of being by the theater and like, because there's a lot of trading merch, and then for anybody that doesn't know, when they say trading merch, you get something completely random from a set, and you're meant to trade with people. Unfortunately, we don't really have that culture in the West.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's a very cool culture to see for me, because it obviously was very new to us too. Because I think in the Western sphere, at least in North America, when I go to conventions and you have people that bring in goods from overseas, because maybe they've attended or they've bought a few like trading set stuff, it's very much like what you see there is what you can get, I suppose. Whereas if you go to the live events, people are like there with like their mini suitcases full of stuff they've collected in the last few showings, and they're just like, they'll have their box open with their sign like, I'm looking for this character, happy to trade for these characters. It's like a whole different ordeal. It's like a whole socializing thing too for some people.
right.
But it's really cool, I find. It's so like, because people are so, it's just like a very familiar culture to fans of such, like 2.5D or even just like anime goods too. And so people are like ready to trade, I guess. Like even if you go to like those themed cafes, people will have like their coaster on the side and like a little note saying like, oh, I'm happy to trade for this character. When I went to, I think, the On Stars cafe once, I think, so I think we both, my friend and I both got 2 coasters each. And then it's cute because they place them face down so you can flip them over and reveal them yourself. And I think both of mine were like Tomo and Izumi, which are both very popular, especially here. And I'm like, I just wanted Tomo, yeah. Or someone else. But I was lucky because they are more popular, it is a lot easier to trade specifically for the ones that you want. And so it just so happened the person right next to us had Tomo. And they were just eyeing our table, but I'm like, I cannot speak the Japanese. And then we just like fumbled around. I think my friend helped fumble around with some Japanese, and then we traded, and you could tell they were so thrilled. I'm like, yay, we got Tomoya. Which is like, it's just so wholesome in a way too, that sort of like trading culture. People get really excited over it. And yeah, it's very nice, I feel.
Yeah, I also put that there because I did go to like a 2.5D token cafe. And then just the thrill of opening the coasters and stuff. Unfortunately, even though I was taking Japanese classes in Japan, living in Japan, I did not know how to word things for asking people to trade.
It's not something that you learn in class.
I know, I should have.
Hello, can you trade me Tomoya-kun?
I really should have asked one of my supervisors, because there was like I guess because I'm trying to think of how to say this very short. I went to an international school with like different programs. I was in the American program, and then it was really funny because they had supervisors that could speak both Japanese and then the language of like a specific program. Like they had someone from China to help all the Chinese students in the program, and then someone from Korea, and then they had no Americans for the American program. They just had Japanese people that could speak fluent English, which was fine, but
yeah.
But yeah, I should have asked one of my supervisors, because she was really nice, and I did talk to her about like 2.5D stuff.
Was she into it herself too, or just familiar with it?
I guess I can talk about this because like I don't remember her name, and then I wasn't able to keep contact with her, and she doesn't even work for my Japanese school anymore, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, I was able to talk to her about 2.5D because she had a friend in high school that really loved like acting and dancing, and he was actually he's an extra like dancer in a lot of 2.5D productions, including
that's really cool.
Including Tomyu.
Oh.
Yeah, I even brought like one of the pamphlets for her at school, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, that's my friend. You should send something to him and then say that I sent you."
How do you send it specifically to the one dancer? They usually, for those who don't know, they usually have like a gift section, gift receiving section, prior to the live stage. There's usually like the whole section of like where you can buy the goods, and there's like a gift receiving section, but they only have it for like a limited time usually. And then they often, depending on the stage, I think the ones I've been to, they either have a box for every actor, or they just have like a group and you just have to label it yourself, and they have like a certain like chunks, like this team just send it there and we'll split it between the actors or whatever. But I've never seen one for the backup dancers, but they also deserve it too.
Yeah, they definitely do with like how much hard work they do. And I think for the specific event that I went to for the Token Rambu musical, they had an extra box labeled like ensemble, and then I assume that was for all the extras that weren't the main characters.
The main, yeah. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, except I think I did try to put one in for an ensemble actor who was in fact there, but then the staff member thought that I had it wrong and they weren't there, and then they were so confused.
Oh no.
A slightly embarrassing moment, but it's fine.
They'll
never see me again.
I remember panicking when I couldn't find the gift thing too, and I think it closed.
Oh no.
I forget. Maybe I did manage to give it in the end, or did I just forget? I don't remember. But yeah, it was hard. I didn't know how to ask either about the gift thing. I was just like broken English, Japanese randomly floating together to make some sort of a semblance of a sentence. But I think for one of the stages, it did close when we got there, because I think they only had it open for like the morning viewing or something like that.
That's so sad.
Or like they had it open in between the stage showing times, or like the prep times. But so when we got there, we were ready for when like they open the doors basically, and like the show hasn't started. But in the break time between the morning period and the period, I think when they were accepting gifts or something, I was like, God damn it, I can't read Japanese.
No, you're starting to cut out a little bit.
Oh no, am I dying?
Man,
okay.
You sound fine now.
I will turn off my my nose suppression for a little bit, maybe. Okay. But yes, they had the gift thing between the showings instead of like for each showing, I think, or something like that. I think because they had to change their setup or whatever, so they were only receiving gifts in that window between the two showings. So I think we missed it for that day, which is not a big deal, but it was like, whoops, I can't read.
Oh no. I do remember there were some showings that I went to where they had like time windows for doing stuff like that, like whether it's buying merch or dropping off gifts. Let me see.
Yeah, it's like, oops.
I am now finally moving to our next slide, even
we're
though
like already hinting at this. We're like, nope.
We pretty much covered a lot of it, but I guess now we can gush about it in detail.
Yes, we're finally here. I'm sorry, everyone in advance.
I put some of my faves on the left side, and Joy's favorites are on the right side.
You wanna go first?
Okay, I guess I'll go first.
I think I blabbed a lot in the previous one, so yes, it's your time to shine.
But I want you. I love when you talk about 2.5D.
We can take turns. We'll probably end up like cutting into each other's anyways, because we've seen a bit of both. So
Yes, I have seen like some clips of Prince of Tennis and on stage. I have not seen the Mahoyaku stage yet, but I do want to sometime.
I'm going to make you watch it with me.
Please. But yeah, I feel like I just really love Token Rambu a lot. If you couldn't already tell from me streaming the PowerPoint game and also streaming the soon to be in English Muso game or Warriors game. And I look forward to me streaming that like every other day when that comes out in English around May, I think. But yes, the thing with Token Rambu that I enjoy so much is that it's hard for me to talk about it to people because when people think Token Rambu, they either think of the PowerPoint game or the anime adaptions, but then it's posture check.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Ren, and hello. Actually, I'm gonna adjust my mic because I was slouching along with my mic. Okay, so hopefully the audio didn't change too much by me
it sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, because the thing with Token Rambu is you like for most people you either get exposed to the PowerPoint game or the anime. And unfortunately the anime doesn't have much plot. Even the one that's animated by UFO Table. By the way, there's two animes directed by different like companies. And but yeah, and then the base game has like a very relatively basic plot. And so that kind of gave the and by the way, there's both a stage production and a musical production by different companies.
Oh, this confused me a lot.
Yeah, and then
so there's Token Rambu the stage and then musical Token Rambu.
Yeah, and it's so wild because I haven't kept up with it lately, unfortunately. I've been busy streaming, and then also I haven't had the time to really catch up. But there are multiple like stage productions because the stage plays have their own unique plot and kind of go and it's like pretty linear. For the most part, except for the fact that Token Rambu has to do with time traveling, so it gets a little messy. But yeah, I just appreciate that the 2.5D has, like, it's taken its own freedoms to kind of create their own plot for it, rather than, like, following the barely there plot in the game. Okay, I can say this about Token Rambu because I love Token Rambu, but there's there's little to no plot in any of the anime or the games. So well, we'll see with the Warriors game, but chances are it's just gonna be a bunch of smacking and stabbing. But yeah, I do appreciate both the stage play and the musical productions. The musical productions are a little bit more... well, there's a plot, and then they spend the last half of the stage like singing and dancing in idol outfits, which...
Oh yeah,
like,
about that.
Like stage plays aren't necessarily a concert, but then sometimes they have concerts. Oh boy, I could literally ramble about Token Rambu all day, but I will try to. But yeah, I really like it, and my favorite actor, Aramaki Yoshihiko, is in fact in it. He's in the stage play, but not the musical. For those that play Token Rambu and don't know, he plays Yamanbagiri Kunihiro, which is the dude
he's
with the
sword boy. Yeah, he's a blonde sword boy with the blanket cape over his head, if anyone vaguely remembers.
Yes, exactly. And then honestly, I couldn't really think of much after Token Rambu, but I do appreciate a lot of like different stage and musical productions, like how I put Show by Rock.
Oh, that penguin!
Thank you, Joy, for finding the penguin for me. Joy also found Gigi for me. Please, Urasutoya, don't get me in trouble. We just used a little Gigi from the sticker set. I'm sorry.
It's just part of the vibe, please.
But I did really like the Show by Rock musical. I did go in person, and the plot was a little bit different from the anime. And like it's okay if like it follows the main plot, but I love the surprise of like slightly different things. But that does happen in 2.5D a lot. Like even if they have a base plot to follow off of, there's always extra things that they add. And Show by Rock, even though it was still a musical, they treated the audience kind of like a real audience for like rock concerts whenever the quote unquote bands played. And then hold on, I needed a moment. And then
take your time.
It's because I was gonna talk about Kensuke.
Are you going to? Why not? It's fun. This is why when the 2.5D versions of things take full creative control of whatever ideas they're producing, sometimes they're just so over the top, but you can tell the actors are having a lot of fun with that too. They lean into their characters. They really bring. Sometimes it can like be a different spin on the base character, and that that can be like pros or cons depending on how you look on it. But I find it always very entertaining how the actors really get to know their characters and they bring out the different personality to them. And yeah, sometimes they do special things with their characters.
Yeah, the thing is that like I guess a lot of these I guess the category of 2.5D that we like, it's mainly male casts, and it's like all male casts because either there's no women characters or they choose to do what they did in Show by Rock. Like none of the main girl group Plasmagica didn't show up in the musical, unfortunately, but they did have they had the band. For anyone that doesn't know, Show by Rock basically is a bunch of furries that play. Oh my god, this is such a bad. I'm so sorry to Show by Rock fans.
This is 101.
It's furries that
like,
play in
summary.
bands, and there's a band called like Ninjin Riot, and the actor Kensuke. I forgot what his full name was. I'm so sorry, Kensuke. He ends up playing one of the female characters in the band, and
Takahashi?
Yes, Kensuke Taka. Wait, is that
Takahashi Kensuke?
Yes. Okay. He plays one of the female characters in the band, and then I saw him up close when I was sitting from my seat because they moved into the audience. And then he was just there with his fake boobs, his fake booba, and I was like I was going bonkers a little bit. And just I couldn't believe that they couldn't get a female actress because all they needed was one character, but I guess it was their decision to put fake booba on Kensuke. But I guess that's the magic of 2.5D sometimes.
Yep. The ridiculousness is part of the experience.
And then, yeah, I couldn't really put a third title. I just put anything with Aramaki Yoshihiko in it. Because, like I mentioned before, he is my Oshi, and he did appear in Onstage, and I did buy his Onstage bromides and merch, even though I don't really know OnStars that well, but I appreciate it and the stage play. Yeah, I feel like I've been
sweating.
I've been exposed more to the stage play than I have like the actual game. But yeah, there's my short list that I went on about for a hot minute.
Thank you for sharing. It's fun to hear you talk about it. Oh man, I was gonna say something about Maki. Oh, well, let me go straight into Prince of Tennis first though. But so my three are right there on the screen. But with Prince of Tennis, it's a musical, so it's marketed as a musical. So musical, The Prince of Tennis is like the whole title. So Tenny Mew is one of the oldest and longest running, I would say, 2.5D productions. And so they've been around for a really long time. They've been through different versions of the same songs, upgrades, changes, different testing different effects and everything. And because they've been around for so long, there are so many current stage actors that have played a part in Prince of Tennis, because there are also so many different characters that were cast. Maki is one of them.
Yeah, I don't talk about Tenny Mew Maki.
I talk about it.
No.
He looks very different. Let's just say that he was a young budding lad, but he also had a fake tan. So it was a time. It was so shocking when I look back at it. I'm sorry I'm exposing your favorite like this, but it is really cool because I think Tenny Mew's stage production is a very high quality. The training they have done with certain actors, they always say there's like a Tenny training camp kind of thing too for people they bring on board. I'm not so sure about now, especially with the Panini happening, but definitely the seasons that I've watched, like the main Prince of Tennis musical, season 1, 2, and 3, they did have really consistent acting and quality. I can't say necessarily for all of season 1, but by the time season 3 came out, the third season is the one that I was able to watch several showings of live, and it's like just incredible, the consistency, the quality, their singing, their performance, their like voice control and their acting is just really cool to see in person, and to see the growth over the years as well. When you go back to watch some of the first stages, the first season, you're like, whoa, that guy didn't sing that well back then, but look at him now and this stage play and this one and that one. So it's very cool. A lot of actors in the 2.5D stage play musical, even just regular non 2.5D musicals and stages, a lot of them do have roots in Prince of Tennis. Not everyone, of course, but quite a few do, and it's always really fun to look back like, whoa, you were that guy in that stage? What?
Yeah, I can definitely see it, because every time I do look up stuff for the Token Rambu stage and musical, or even Show by Rock, and I see their past, like, oh, they started with Tenny Mew. And just everybody comes from Tenny Mew.
There. I chose one. Wait, hold on. Let me finish watching this one. It gives you a little snippet of how they set up the stage, and they're in like their jerseys, and then they sing really intensely in like 15 seconds in. But it's such a fun atmosphere. It's so ridiculous. I never thought I would get into it, I guess, because just from like a still screenshots, like, okay, there's these grown men dressed as supposed middle. I mean, if anyone knows what Prince of Tennis looks like, the characters are mostly middle school in the beginning of the manga, and they do not look like middle schoolers whatsoever. And so it's funny in that same way, where the musical portrays them because like you are getting grown actors dancing, singing, threatening with their smash attack. But
Right.
they're playing middle schoolers that don't act like quite like middle schoolers, but also they kind of do with the immaturity. But yeah, it's super over the top. It's super fun to watch, and so I shared one of the ones that I watched. I think that was the last showing of that season. So now I think they're starting the fourth season now. I don't know if they've already done that yet, but yeah, so this was the third season that I got to watch live, and then I also watched a live viewing of it. Oh, we didn't even get to those slides yet. It's fine. 101 just went like whoosh on like 101.5. This is the now we're in the, what are those called? Those classes, like the supplementary classes that you go to that are not the main lesson.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my god, tutorials. Like there's like the main lecture, and then some of them are called tutorials or whatever.
Are
oh
they?
my god, I can't remember now.
I don't know.
I know some of mine were called tutorials, but I know they also have like another name for like different subjects. I think discussions, I guess. But yeah, we're in like the side 101 right now. We'll go back to 101 later. But yeah, that's Prince of Tennis. It's cool. It's fun. They sing and dance just like the ilustrator I put together.
Love Joy's attention to detail with the of in Prince of Tennis being the tennis ball.
Thank you. This is my style of slideshows. I decorate everything. OnStars it's actually kind of nice the way we line them up. OnStars, in a similar way to Show by Rock, does have a lot of songs and such because OnStars is based on an idol setting, idol, and then so Prince of Tennis is based on manga anime series. OnStars is based on a mobile game that's like otome style mobile game, which are idols. It's not a rhythm game. I guess now it does have a rhythm game, but back then it didn't. And so they do that game itself. They did get all the voice actors to like sing different songs. They released CDs, all that stuff. So they brought those same songs into the 2.5D sphere, but with the actors singing it instead. And so it's really cool to see which sort of the casting that they set up for it, because they even got some of the voice actors to come play their characters on stage, which I think is super fun to see. I would love to see Mazda play Ray one day. That would be the dream, but he's so big now he probably wouldn't go back on stage. But he was in Prince of Tennis, and he was really good as Yukimura in first season, just so you know.
He's so busy.
I know, he's big now. But yeah, so on stage is very fun too. I got to watch a few of those in person. I think my very first stage play / music I've ever seen was the Memory of Marionette. So that's the Valkyrie one. I watched all of the ones before that through like DVDs or with friends. The ones after that I watched live. I think I watched 3 of them live. Yeah, my friend and I got into 3 of them, so we watched those ones live, which was really cool. And then now I'm really not up to date with OnStars. Yeah, I think for a while too, like I played OnStars, the game, way back when it first came out, like religiously for like a year and a half, 2 years. Then I kind of died down for a bit, but then my friend and I were really into the stage plays, which were really fun to watch and kind of see how they portray the main story. Then they have like the side event stories, I suppose, for certain ones. And then that's when they introduce all the other units, like the one that Maki's in, Knights, which is very cool. But oh my god, this bird's chirping really loud in the background.
It's fine. It's extra ambience, and honestly, it's very pleasant when I listen to it on your streams.
Okay, I'm glad it's chirping along to the OnStars. But yeah, my last favorite one. I've watched a few others, I think. I just can't think off the top of my head for some reason. But I listed these 3 because these are like the series that I either watched in person or I watched paid for live viewings for more recently. Mahoyaku is the why are there's confetti everywhere.
I should have been doing it earlier, but I was putting it now.
Okay.
Mahoyaku.
They have a stage play, but they do break out into song here and there, which is really fun. It's really cute. But they're like, Mahoyaku itself doesn't have songs in the game. Like they're wizards doing their own magic wizardry stuff. So they don't have any like CDs or any sort of that direction of content in the base game. But so it's really cool because when I watched Mahoyaku, it was interesting to see all the way they introduced songs to help blend into the story. And then they also have a lot of backup dancers and side characters for like the monsters they fight or whatever. And so the way they use the stage too is also very different. On stage tends to have just like a few, like the stage itself is set up and where they have maybe a couple things that the characters or the actors can go up and down and like spin around and whatnot. Mahoyaku has a lot of like, because they want to show magic, they use a lot of like a certain screen that will come down and have like projections on it. And it's really cool how they integrate that into like the actors and like overlay like characters in the background that are like kind of what is the word? Obscured, I guess, by the screen. So it's like you still see the action happening in the background. And it's all cool because it's like the whole stage is put together. But in front of the screen is like the main action. So it's like it feels very full, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it better. But yeah, it's just cool to see the different ways they use the stage. And Prince of Tennis, they are very much just the actors. Not much, I don't think I've ever seen like side characters that are not just side characters in the story. Not like a sudden backup dancer. But in Prince of Tennis, they use the stage from like front to back as like a whole court all the time, right? So it's they run around and utilize the stage a lot in that way, as opposed to like a lot of props, I guess. So like that aspect is very cool and very different in the 3 that I have seen. But yeah, those are my top 3.
I don't know if my mic can catch that, my little clappies. But
yeah. I'll clap for myself and you.
Yes, I feel like I should have put this aside later because it's a very side tangent, but it's okay. We have presented our taste in 2.5D, and
I think we put this here because we were gonna like just list them and then come back to them, but it's okay. We go with the flow today.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's see, and then we can finally move on to
how to see 2.5D IRL and our personal experiences with it. I'm poking this guy.
It's okay.
Adding to injury.
But yeah, unfortunately, currently in this panoramic, it's kind of difficult to see it because I was able to see it because I was living in Japan, and then Joy was able to see it because they took a trip to Japan, correct?
Yes, 3 different times.
Yeah, and of course, and yes, ticket lotto.
Ticket lotto.
Oh my gosh, when I was doing the tickets while I was living there, it was so annoying because the tickets always came out at weird times. Because my class schedule was a little bit whack too, because my class was like my class in Japan was 12:45-ish to like 4 p.m. or something like that. But the times when they opened the ticket lottery, it was like 12 p.m. And I was like, what? Why would you do that? And because it's like most of the time it's gonna be people with jobs, right? And
is there lunch break?
Maybe if they had like a consistent lunch break. Like, I know it's not first come first serve, but then I feel like I'm like, this adds to my luck if I apply, if I like if I submit my ticket lottery application Right, the moment it opens.
Gotta go fast.
But it used to be pretty easy to do it as a foreigner, in my opinion at least, because when I went to go see my first stage play for the first time, it was the second Token Rambu stage play, and there wasn't any region block on the lottery ticket website, which was amazing. And then they let me input a random Japanese phone number without checking.
Oh, nice.
And then I think I either put the address of one of my friends who was living in Japan at the time, or I put it for the future apartment that I was gonna live in. And yeah, I was able to buy the ticket or like apply for the lottery while I was in America, and then get my confirmation that I won while I was still in America. And then I just downloaded my ticket on like a theater app that they had that wasn't region blocked. But as time went by, it started becoming region blocked, and I think they even have like text message verification for buying tickets. So it's very unfortunate for foreign audiences, because like even if I couldn't understand everything. Oh, thank you for coming by, Butter.
Thank you, Butter. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming.
We appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate everybody stopping by.
Everybody. Listening to us just ramble on and on. Thank you.
Yeah, they made it really hard to get tickets now. Like, thankfully that Twitter thing I linked earlier is a good legal way to get online viewing tickets. And I do remember at some point on stage, Twitter had a thing for buying in English.
Yes, I can talk about that now.
Yes, please.
So, my experience with buying them has been all over the place. When we first, so the 3 times I went to Japan with my friend, we watched a Tenimyu and an on stage every single time. So it was like a pair of each that just so happened to be like around the same time. So with on stage, our very first attempt at signing up for on stage was because they for Valkyrie, the on stage for Valkyrie, it was the first time they opened up international lottery ticketing to people overseas. So
oh my god!
Whoa!
Thank you,
thank you.
Thank you for the follow, Razorbanks. Oh my god.
So they, that was a huge thing. That was like, what was that? Like a vending machine?
Yeah, I input a vending machine.
International lottery. Blam. Yeah, so it was the first time they released an international ticketing, which meant you could, you could sign up for. I need to like look away from the screen so I keep talking.
It's okay. Well, I'll be fine.
It was the first time they did international lottery ticketing. So both my friend and I signed up for it. And I think what you can do is you pick 2 different showings to sign up for. So they can be like the morning and the night. Usually they have 2 showings per, like a Saturday and a Sunday. They'll have like a morning and an afternoon showing. So I think I picked like the Saturday morning and then like the Sunday morning. And then my friend would pick the Saturday afternoon and the Sunday afternoon, so that maybe we can vary it and at least one of us might get in. And then at the same time, she contacted a proxy to try to watch to get tickets for the Tenimyu, because I think they had already started their sales a while ago before we even noticed. But we're like, oh, maybe if we can get tickets for that, it would be cool to be able to watch both. And so when we were basically waiting on which on stage we get into, if we get into one, but we had to plan as if we were going to go anyways. So we were just excited to go to Japan. It'd be a bonus if we got to see on stage. And I think we were in the works of getting proxy tickets for Tenimyu. And then when we finally got the email, we both freaked out because like I messaged her saying like, oh my god, I got the ticket for this time. And she's like, wait, I also got a ticket. And we're like, oh shit. Oh. But because we had picked different times, right? We got super lucky. I got the morning of like a Sunday, and she got the afternoon of the Sunday. So we're like, what do we do? I guess we just go to both? I mean, like, why not? YOLO, once in a lifetime getting into on stage.
Truly,
and then
YOLO.
It's like the actors we really liked, and then so we're like, sure, we already paid for the tickets. When you do when you apply for the lottery, they basically ask for your payment then. It's not until you actually get in, if you're lucky, that they charge you. And I think we suspected that they always have like a small corner of like their ticket sales just for the international like lottery bit. So maybe not a lot of people were applying, or maybe like the chances were higher because it's like a smaller, like a separate from the local to Japan kind of sales. We don't know, but we both got in and we're just like shocked, like, oh god, we both got that. Great. Okay, nice. And then so that was our experience. They had a nice like little international section. You could use your international visa, your own address, whatever, as long as you get yourself there. That's not their concern. So when you go in to get your ticket too, they're always so confused because we'll go in and we have like a different kind of code, I guess, than everyone else. And they're just like, oh, I need to call the manager over or something.
That's how it always is.
They're like, help. Right? Or just like, oh, okay. And then so the second time, I think it was the same idea. This time we were able to, I think we had to get a proxy again for the 10 emu. And then we both got lucky and both got into the OnStars ticketing as well. I forget. I think they were on the same day too. We're like, why does this keep happening? But that's fine. And then for our third experience, I think it was only one of us got in. I think it was one of my night picks, because I usually do like double morning or double night and then see from there. I think that one was really popular because there was Natsume's actors really popular, and then there were some other side groups I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that particular showing was just very, I don't know, it was just harder. It seemed very popular and they had less showings, so we didn't do the double win this time, but we still got to see one of them, which was really nice. And then at that same time, for Tenny Mew, they opened international ticket buying. So not lotteries, just straight up, if you are international, you can apply to buy tickets here. And we're both screaming, I think, after work. We stayed a little later after work just to hit the time for the ticketing. And then we called each other and we're like, okay, I'm buying it now. You buy this one, I buy the afternoon one. See if we both one of us gets in. And then it was so easy for some reason. We bought them with like no fuss, but then like 5 minutes later, everything was gone, like completely sold out. Even the local ones for the show, the location we were looking at, and we're like, phew, okay, we did good. We were so lucky. But it was like there was no proxy fees. It was like an easy purchase, no like site delay or anything. We're like, oh, okay, that was nice. One of the good things we feel really spoiled when we did get to watch musicals more than once, because each one has something a little different, right? They're not like carbon copies every performance, and the ad-libs are different, the guests might be different, some of the singing might be like something even better in like the second one because they've warmed up or whatever. So it's really fun to see those little differences and get to experience it twice, because like anything you missed the first time, you're able to maybe catch it the second time. And then so we felt really spoiled when we got to do that, but this was our first twice, and then on stage only once. But it was the best one to watch twice because it was a final showing, or the final one of the whole season, after like the season ran for like 5 years.
Holy moly.
So it was the final third season performance. It wasn't the final showing of that, like the set of performances, but it was one of the final stages. And then it was just so good. And I don't know what it is about international seating, but they put us like, it was a very big venue. I forget which. Is it Tokyo Dome? Maybe? I don't know. I forget now where it was. But they had like the front section, then like a slightly raised back section. Then there's like balcony, which is like on a separate floor. But we're in like the raised back section. But there was no like separation in like that middle zone. Like there were just seats there. There's no like wall in your way or anything. You could just see, like you would just walk up to it and sit down basically. And then so our international seating seats were right there, kind of like middle-ish, close to the middle, off to the left a bit, and like the front of that section. So it was like nothing was blocking our view. We pretty much see the whole stage, like clear ground floor. It was like amazing experience, absolutely spoiled. But we're like, is this because they don't want the international people in the way, or they want us to get to the seat easy and out easy? I don't know. They were really, really nice seats. And then so that was like the first showing. So for the second showing that my friend got, we're like, okay, maybe they'll seat us somewhere else. Then we get our tickets. They're the exact same 2 seats. So we just swapped seats for the second showing.
What?
And we're like, what the hell?
How
We get
is
to
it
see
exactly the same?
So cool. Exactly. It's like, it was like, say it was like 016, 017 or whatever, like row O and then number 16, 17. Exact same 2 tickets, but just a different timing on each ticket. It was really crazy. But because of that, we were like, wow, they were so kind to the international viewers. Like, we don't want to be in the front section because sometimes the actors will come to the front section and ask people things, and we're like, we cannot respond. Do not interact with us. But yeah, it was really cool. So that was my experience with like, I've never had, I guess, just the lottery and purchase overseas was the only experiences that we've had. But the other ways to get it, like sometimes they're through CDs, is it?
Oh, let's see, I can move on to the next slide. So here's the more accessible way, at least for foreign viewers. Because this isn't common outside a lot of Asian countries, because I only hear people like from like, for example, parts of C, or I guess even like Korea or Taiwan or Hong Kong and so on and so forth. And yeah, where I live, movie theater like live screenings aren't a thing. I mean, I bet they could if someone spent enough money on a movie theater, but I highly doubt that someone's gonna do that. And plus, with the time difference, if we wanted it to be live, it would be very difficult because
it would be like 1 a.m. PST.
Yeah, it's
beginning. It'd be like 3 hours long.
The other reason why I haven't been able to watch a lot of 2.5D lately is because I haven't been able to stay up that late to watch something. Because when I was young and and more able to when I was a young snake and able to do all-nighters, I would go ahead and just watch, like, it would be like 1 a.m. showings, and then sometimes it would be other showings where I would be up all the way till 5 or 6 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Dedication.
The thing is, with the Token Rambu stage, usually stage plays are around 2 hours-ish, but then the Token Rambu stages kept getting longer because they kept putting so much plot, and I think the first one I ended up seeing was 3 hours long, and then eventually one of the later stage plays that I watched online, it was 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And oh my gosh, I felt so bad for the people in the audience, because even though they had intermissions, I would just be like, I can't handle, I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah. And there's like hundreds of people in the audience, right?
Yeah, even when I was watching during, like, the first time I went to Token Rambu stage play, there was a huge line for every single bathroom during the intermission, and then I was like rushing, and I think I just barely got back to my seat right before they were like announcing that they're gonna start again. But yeah, if you live in not North America, well, I mean, I feel like people, like, some places in Europe might be able to do something, because after all, the Token Rambu musical did come to Paris to perform. I don't know if they're gonna come back again, but
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I can see like live theater viewings happening there more likely than here in North
I
America.
think Tenny Mew went to Hong Kong once, way back in like 2005,
Oh my goodness.
2015. I mean, I don't know, something like that.
Mhm.
So random, but like we did travel overseas. Why is that generator in the background so loud? I'm gonna mute myself for a sec.
Oh, I actually couldn't hear anything.
Really? Okay, it's just it's as my mod has said on my stream, my neighbor's generator just generates noise, and I don't know what else it does.
Oh no.
It's really loud on my end. God.
So
I'm glad it's not showing up though. Or, yeah.
maybe other people can hear it, but then I don't know, I can't. But I have my headphones in.
Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear like the ambient chirping, but not the whir in the background right now.
I think because the chirping is more high pitched, and it's harder to kind of hear lower, like rumbly noises, I guess.
Yeah.
I assume.
That's good.
But it is possible in North America to at least view online. The thing is that it depends on which website they decide to stream from. Most of the stage plays I watch, they do their live viewings on a site called dmm.com, and I think some other stages do Nico Nico. If I didn't even realize a ton of people still use that, but
yeah, it's still very widely used, especially for like some of the games that I play when they do like actor interviews or like talk shows and whatnot. They still stream on like YouTube while simultaneously streaming on Nico Nico. And I'm like, oh okay. Yeah. It's very common still, surprisingly. To me, I guess it's surprising because I never used it, but that's all.
Yeah, I guess like in my circle of the internet, because I haven't seen it a ton, I just assume that it wasn't used as much, but I guess that was just my circle, and tons of people are still using it. But yeah, usually what I have to do, you can buy it legally because most of them will still accept foreign credit cards, thankfully. But then the thing is that usually the live viewing link, whatever, or download thing itself might be region locked.
Oh yeah, I've experienced that.
You might have to use the trusty old VPN to do things, but I mean, still legal in the sense that you're paying for it. I'm not here to promote illegal activities. I am a good say-so snake who promotes following the law.
Yes.
And then, of course, the more expensive option, but definitely worth it in my opinion, because usually the DVDs or Blu-rays come with tons of bonuses if you buy it, especially like during pre-orders. But yes, these are some ways to see it when you're not able to do things such as take a trip to Japan, especially right now.
Yeah. I feel very lucky with that. So the very last stage for the third season of Tenny Mew, when we came back, they happened to be doing a live viewing for the the final performance of the final act, I guess, too. So we were like, do we need to watch it another time? But we decided, why not? This is like the end of the season. We don't know if they'll have a fourth season. We don't know what's going to come next. Might as well. And it was right before the panini hit us anyway. So it was like, thank God. But yes, it was actually really cool because when you're watching it live, like we mentioned earlier, you can only see so much of the stage, right? Because your eyes can only follow so much of the stage, and depending on your seat, some parts of it might be obscured. So when you're watching the live viewing, it is kind of like it's easier to view the whole stage because they'll zoom out more, they'll zoom into a face, and you're like, whoa, I wouldn't be able to see that detail in his makeup in person without binoculars, right? So it's like a different view of the same thing that we watched twice. So like we already know what's coming up, so we can kind of preempt like, oh, maybe I want to start this part of the screen or this part of the stage instead because I missed that when I was in person. So it's actually really cool to watch it with see the live viewing version of it, and after the live viewing they have like little extra clips specifically for the live viewers, which is really cute because like the actors will just say, this is very short, like the actors saying something or two of them interacting and like saying thank you or making a little joke or gag kind of thing. So that little tidbit was also really fun to experience. But yes, being able to see the stage from a different perspective too was really cool. So, and it was really cheap too. It's like just like a standard movie theater ticket for any movie, so quite affordable and nice to like be able to support them one more time and then everything closed down.
Oh no. But yeah, I really liked that, like you pointed out, just even though even if you might not be able to see it in person, there's still plenty of advantages to seeing it different ways like this. And yeah, 2.5D is just so beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I really did, for example, I liked when I saw the second Token Rambu stage play in person. It was...
Yeah.
I was sitting on, like, around the right side of the stage, and so I could mostly just see what was happening on the right side, but then of course I did see the full-on stage. Like I was able to see some of the way the props came out and the way they did some of the props like in the background, but then I couldn't see their faces. And then finally when I saw the live viewing, I was like, yes, finally their facial expressions that I could only squint at.
Yeah. Different experience.
I feel like I was squinting. I squint in person anyways, because one, I'm trying to see, and two, I'm like trying to process the Japanese that they're saying, and then trying to use my brain machine to attempt to translate what was going on. That's another hard thing, is that if you don't know some Japanese, or at least for me, for Token Rambu, a lot of the lines end up being in-game stuff, so I basically have the fan translated in-game lines memorized into my brain. So I was able to like let my brain rest on those sections, but then it was such a struggle to try and translate while I was there in person, even though it was like still really amazing to see everything.
Yeah, my understanding of Japanese is quite poor, especially when it's just like natural speech, right? It's very different when you're just listening to someone act on stage and be dramatic and all, compared to like listening to a slow video in a lesson kind of thing. Natural speech goes much faster. Like even my own English speech is quite quick, I would say, like fast paced sometimes. So it was hard for me to understand what's going on. But the one good thing about Tennimu, for example, is a lot of the song, like they break out into songs so often, and they do follow the main plot pretty closely, or like this previous seasons as well. They have a similar kind of flow and plot. So I already know what's happening. I just can't maybe catch some of the jokes that they throw in and whatnot. I'll be like, I think that's what he said, but I don't know. But everyone's laughing, so ha ha ha. So you just kind of go with the flow. But I'm definitely not understanding things 100%. But it does help that sometimes, because we've been very, very lucky to watch them more than once, it's like, oh, I get it the second time around. I have the lucky chance. But yeah, for like on stage, I'm usually very confused because I don't really know what's happening in the game to begin with. When I watch it, I'm like, I still don't know what's happening right now, but okay, kind of. Some events I understand better, but vast majority of like the main story ones, we're both like, did that happen in the game? I don't remember this. Okay. But Mahoste, they're pretty close to the main story, and I know the main story quite well, so yeah, that was a lot easier to understand. And the songs are very cute, so it's like, okay, I can understand this much better than when I watched on stage live and I was very lost.
Yeah, and then the other good thing is that just in general, 2.5D has slowly been becoming a lot more accessible in the sense that, like, there's that Twitter that I linked earlier, and then there's plenty of websites. There's plenty of websites where you can buy the DVD or Blu-ray Blu-ray legally, and so, like, a lot of fandoms have been really awesome to, like, obviously not completely illegal, like, downloads of the full thing, even though I know they do exist somewhere, but there's a lot of cool people in, for example, the Token Rambu fandom and some other serious fandoms where someone subtitles an entire stage play or musical, but it's just as a subtitle file, and then if you buy the DVD or Blu-ray, you just input it into a program that can play on your computer, and then you attach the subtitle file, and you can watch the whole thing in English and not have to hurt your brain.
Bless those translators so much. And it's such a good way to promote, like, the sales of and supporting the original series as well, which is really nice. And it's like completely, like, pretty much they only wish for or ask for you to purchase the main series, right? So you're not even paying the translators anything per se, like they're not profiting off of this. So it's like really nice when the fandom comes together and people like that are just like, oh, thank you so much. Like even for Mahoyaku and OnStars too, back then, a lot of people would translate like the events or the really long stories that were like written in ways that are not so basic Japanese, I guess. Mahoyaku is quite simple to understand for me at least. But OnStars have very convoluted storylines sometimes, so it was really nice when people would translate the stories and just promote like, oh, play the game if you can. It's fun to like, it makes more sense if you read like along with the game and the stories in game, and it's very nice to like have that kind of promotion and teamwork, I suppose. Also, I need a beer back real quick.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
BRB.
We're pretty much almost all done with our very, very long-winded ramble on 2.5D. But I don't know if anyone would have any questions, but I don't even know how I would answer some of these. But we love 2.5D and would love for other people to also appreciate the world of 2.5D. And we thank everybody who has stopped by and listened even for a little bit. We appreciate everyone. And I appreciate Joy so very much for being able to do this chat stream with me so we can talk about our faves. Even though I know we did ramble a bit. But
okay. Oh no, why am I so big?
What? Hello?
Oh, hello, thank you.
Oh, thank because of the shout out. I was like, you're the same size. Because I was looking at your reactive.
Oh, meet me. Oh, my little turt was big. The turtwig. Thank you.
But yeah, I was just saying thank you to everybody because we're just about. Wait, did you have more to say about?
No, I think I'm good. Wait, that sounded really weird. Sorry, but
no.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Now that Joy's back, a proper thank you to everybody who came by to watch, whether you're watching live or from the VOD. And we hope that we've either like cleared any 2.5D confusion or garnered some interest in potentially watching 2.5D. And thank you, Joy, for coming to join me.
Yahoo! Thank you for having me again. So fun to talk about something that we've like gushed about for so long, but in like a more concise way.
Yeah, concise in that we've been talking for almost 2 hours, but you know what?
Okay.
It was pretty. We made good time.
Yeah. We could. We expected this to be like 4 hours long or something.
We have the ability to make it 4 hours, but
we do.
Maybe a part 2 or something. Yeah, actually, maybe we could have a stream where like we make a PowerPoint each, like introducing the plot of the stage plays or musicals that we like.
Oh, we could. If anyone's interested in that, I don't know.
Maybe I can make a poll and you can make a poll for your followers as well. We could also have something on your channel, if anything, but I don't know if that goes with your audience.
I think it's more an issue of I don't know if my laptop can handle it, but maybe I can try someday.
I'm so sorry.
That's not like, yeah, I'm glad we can do collabs, but yeah, I feel like maybe it would be good practice, you know? So maybe we can try one day.
Yeah, I don't mind hosting every time. I just I want to hang on your channel too.
Yeah, we will try sometime.
And drag everybody here to Joy's channel.
There's nothing to see there.
No, there's plenty to see, and it's all super cute. You know what? Hold on, let me... Where's the stickers? Oh wait, I can't use them. I need a sub to you again because I think your free ones can only be used on your channel.
Yeah, they can only be used on my channel.
Who threw that? Oh. Hi, it's Moto. Blap. I've been smacked by a steak. Oh my god! What?
Oh, it was a bike. Moyo.
Yeah, it belongs to Joy.
I got slapped by a steak. That was a mistake. Oh,
I'm trying to see
it hit me.
Like trying to get Joy hit in the crossfire.
I'm getting hit by all the bears. Whoa! Oh, it's toast.
I love there's like egg toast. It's so fun like finding the 3D models for this thing. Because I guess there's like a set that they have in there, but then there's like a 3D website where you can look up stuff that's free for commercial use. And so these amazing people gave me the ability to throw... Where is it? Where's the vending machine? And boba.
Oh, the boba. Oh god, that cat. Oh, there it is. Blap.
But yeah, I guess we can just wrap up. I need to look for someone to raid, but I think my group some members. I think Minha was doing a collab. Minha is the resident tiger.
Tiger time
of my group. That is Zodiac Animals. Okay, yes, Minha is streaming right now. They're playing Among Us.
Yahoo!
Yes, thank you, Ray. But yeah, Yahoo! Thank you everybody for coming by to see me and Joy chat a bit.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to us just ramble about 2.5D. I feel like I've been a little bit removed too because of the whole Panini but it's so nice to chat about it again. So yeah, Otsusnik.
Yes,
Thank
Otsusnik. I'm like quickly typing
raid.
Minha's channel. raid Minja stars.
Oh, can I plug my next week's stream?
Oh yes, please do.
Oh, okay. So next week, around this time next week, I will be celebrating my 2nd anniversary of Journal Twitch streams on my own account. So it'll be chaotic fun as per usual. If anyone wants to drop by, it's a good time to join because it'll be the most active my streams are ever. But yeah, 2nd anniversary, woohoo!
Yay! Joy has been streaming for so long. It feels like it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah, I mean, technically I've streamed for way longer, but on this particular account, yeah, two years.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I think 2 days.
Go to Joy's channel and check them out during the anniversary stream party.
It'll be fun. Hey, you're almost at 69 follows.
Oh my gosh. A special number. Should I have a celebration?
Oh my god. I mean, why not? Why not? Take any chance to celebrate.
But okay, we're gonna go now. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.